独身ですか? Hi, 独身です。一緒に帰る? That's literally all what I can speak Japanese in almost 8 years living in Japan. Still better than Quagmire though.
こんにちは、セックス大好きです。じゃあね。
Just kidding, just kidding. Hi, my name is Abu. I live in Japan for over 7 years and I make videos. Please smash the like button, subscribe to this channel, and let's start this video. So why you should watch this video? If you are interested in learning Japanese or coming to Japan, you should really stick around and watch this video because I'm gonna really tell you my whole story about learning Japanese, about kind of my experience in Japan and overall, whether it's from work, from study, or like life, making friends or whatever. Sorry about the misleading title. So the original content is gonna be how I learned Japanese in the next 6 months. I'm gonna tell you why. I'm gonna share with you my mistakes, the mistakes I made, even living in Japan for over 7 years, and I still don't speak Japanese. I speak kind of barely, like kind of, I would say like 20%, 30%. Stick around and watch this video till the end so you can learn from my mistakes and you may learn faster than me. First, I'm gonna tell you my little story and how I moved to Japan. So I came to Japan in October 2013. I got scholarship from Japanese minister called Mexit Scholarship to study doctor degree, and I moved to Aomori, like which is located in North Japan. University is called Hirosaki. It's not that big thing, so I'm not that smart person. I'm just joking. No, it's a really great university. I loved the place. I loved Aomori, kind of like I loved Nibuta. Maybe you can see this video here. I'm kind of like jumping and like kind of which is like a very famous like festival there. So I had really great experience. So during that period of living in Aomori, it was very hard actually to learn Japanese because Aomori is kind of very small place and like people don't speak much English. So it was very hard for me actually to integrate there or like make friends. And overall I made friends really, and there is a lot of great people, but mostly were foreigners kind of. So to learn Japanese, of course, like it's good actually if you surround yourself like with Japanese people or just like you force yourself into just Japanese environment. But if it's really very rural area or like very small place where people like kind of like they are not much getting used to foreigners, it was very hard for me actually to integrate or make friends or like even brush up my Japanese or even start. And also the issue that I found at the beginning, I never been to Japanese school. Usually like students or people who come directly to Japan, at least they study 6 months or something, even they got scholarship or like, so it's really very important to take that 6 months if you are moving to Japan or considering like studying here. Like if you don't do that, you will end up like really struggling. And that 6 months, even if you don't learn Japanese, but you gotta have the basic. The basic is very important actually to start for communication or like even learning by yourself. Like without that 6 months of, if you are not in school, it's gonna be very hard. So that's my first mistake or my first issue that happened to me. It was not like my mistake, but kind of like it didn't help me because I had some friends who are students at the time. They started with 6 months Japanese, only Japanese. It helped them a lot and they end up like way better than me in Japan. After my graduation, I moved to Tokyo and I lived for a couple months trying to find a job, but I ended up actually moving to Kyoto and I lived there for almost 1.5 years. And I was working in a Japanese company. It's completely Japanese environment and I was the only foreigner there. I mean, it's great environment actually to learn Japanese, but it was hard also to integrate. And also my mistakes there, I had like one kind of colleague, kind of he was my interpreter. So I just speak to him and I speak also to like 2 other managers. They speak only English also. So it was like kind of, if you surround yourself with just English environment and you don't push yourself to learn more Japanese, it's gonna be hard. You don't even kind of start. After Kyoto, I moved to Nagoya and I started working for Nagoya University as a researcher, which is located in between Tokyo and Kyoto, Nagoya city. So after I moved to Nagoya, I wanted to learn Japanese and I wanted to learn by myself, try it by myself, because I learned actually English by myself. So I bought a lot of books, as you can see, and I studied for a couple months, and even I learned about like 150 kanji, I guess. Now I forget them all, I think. Like I think I don't remember them all. Of course I know hiragana and katakana, that's helpful, but I still like, when it comes to kanji, it's kind of like the more you start learning more kanji and it's getting complicated. This character looks like this character looks like this, and just like I just gave up actually. Now we came to the important part and why I mentioned in the title how I learned Japanese in 6 months, because this time I'm getting really serious. So now I really decided to learn Japanese. I'm gonna push myself at least to get N3 by the end of this year. So how I'm gonna do it? I'm gonna try for 3 months by myself, learning by myself, and when I reach some level I may take classes or like get a private teacher or something like that. So what's my plan this time to learn Japanese in 6 months? What I mean by 6 months is not like to be advanced in some. I just want to be like around maybe N3 level or something like that, or at least I have some communication level. It doesn't matter like I have N2 or N1, whatever. I just want to have communication, because sometimes when I actually see like foreigners speaking fluently Japanese, I feel kind of embarrassed, like how the heck I'm living like in Japan actually for over 7 years, and I love Japan. I want to stay here for long, but I can't speak Japanese. That's just like... So I have 3 steps I'm gonna take. First one is consistency. You know, consistency in everything. It's not just about learning Japanese or learning English or learning any new skill, with sports or going to the gym or whatever you want to do. You have to be consistent. You have to be consistent. And before I lacked that, even I did it for a couple months, even I was like, I have kind of notes, taking notes, like I have to do it every day, regularly, but I gave up at some point because I had less motivation. And I always take it learning Japanese kind of for granted, because always like for me, easy to get a job, easy to do something, easy. I have some friends who like never been to university, never, just like regular people, and nothing wrong with it, but they learn Japanese fast because they pushed themselves. I never pushed myself. I always like take it easy. Okay, I'm living in Japan, enjoying myself, like just, I mean, somebody has to have fun, but yeah, anyway. The second step, I gotta build the habit. It's kind of related to the first one, consistency. You know, for learning anything in life, there is a rule called, like, I think the 90 days rule. So if you do something every day for 90 days, it becomes a habit. So yeah, I gotta do that. I gotta do that this time, at least every day for 90 days, at least, hopefully. And the third step, speak with my Japanese friends in Japanese, because I have a lot of Japanese friends actually, but I speak only English with them. That's kind of, for me, I don't know why I'm not speaking Japanese to them. It's kind of hard because they want also to speak English, kind of like, so, but yeah, I gotta try to push them to speak Japanese, or at least force them. Like, I'm sure if I speak with them Japanese, they will do. That's it for today's video. And actually, the reason why I'm making this video is because I want to hold myself accountable. Because if I put this video here, I'm regularly gonna put update or something. What's my level now or something? Maybe somebody gonna push me out. Oh, what's your level now? Did you stop it? Did you quit or something? I just want to kind of like learn and make videos. And if you guys are interested in learning Japanese, or you have some advice for me or advice for people watching, please share in the comments. And thanks for watching, and please subscribe and like this video, share it with your friends. Thank you.